Nation of Fit in 10, it is day 60. Can you believe it is day 60? We've got 10 days to go, and I want to encourage you to keep going, keep sprinting, keep putting in as much energy as you can every day, because every day makes a difference. Every day makes a difference. Every single day makes a difference. I will tell you that virtually every day in my life, and I realize that I know I'm not normal in this way. I mean, this is what I do for my work. This is who I would say, programmed to be at from a very early age. But I know that every day matters. So every day I follow the same routine, okay? Unless I allow myself to have a day or two off, okay? Which is rare. But the reason I do that is because I know the way that I feel. I feel way better. And I know what happens to my body if I don't, okay? And it's not good. So we want to make that investment every single day. Keep making that investment. Putting that investment in every day will not come in vain. None of this is in vain. This is all working towards a better you, a healthier you. Okay? And if nothing else, you are going to feel physically and mentally much better. Okay? All right. Feedback, I got some in. Yay. I got a couple here. So, this person writes, I've been flip-flopping between morning and evening classes. Some mornings, I have a really hard time waking up, energized, but it is nice to start the day with a workout. I can work on building more consistency into my mornings. Yeah, morning workouts, if I had to give you one time to work out, it would be mornings. Mornings are a game changer, and if you can make the habit of training in the morning, you're gonna see that it is a game changer. Especially if you get into a routine of doing this and then you stop, you're gonna quickly see like, oh my God, I gotta start working out again in the morning, because it is something that will set your day. That's the best way I can put it. It will set your day in motion. You'll get more accomplished. You will feel better. You're gonna feel more motivated. You're gonna feel more confident. You're gonna feel better, just in general. You're gonna feel better about yourself. It's also something where, you do this first thing in the morning, you've accomplished something right away. And I believe that this is really what gets your day in motion. It sets the wheels moving forward, and it allows you to accomplish more during the day. Okay, at least that's how it works for me. And other people as well. Other people claim that as well. Name something specific you need help with. Encouraging my partner to want exercise. Maybe you meant to say want to exercise, or just wanting exercise. I'm not sure. He'll go on walks, but that's it. I'd love for him to find his thing, but I don't want to push it. Yeah, I wouldn't push it at all. I would, if honestly, I'm really, believe it or not, I am really of just letting people do what they're going to do, and try to softly encourage. Like when I say softly encourage, it means I'll just do my own thing, and then they'll kind of see what happens when I do my own thing. And then that might spark their curiosity, and then that might motivate them. Like that's basically as far as I will go. So I would just tell you to keep doing your thing. Allow your partner to see your progression. Allow your partner to see, the fact that your body composition is changing, that perhaps they're going to see a difference in you, I don't know, cognitively or psychologically for the better from you exercising. It's certainly not going to be for the worse. Unless maybe, with the exception of maybe like overtraining. And this might motivate him or her to, in this case him, to get motivated, to be inspired. Okay, I don't really like using motivation, but let's say inspired, to gain inspiration for him to get into something physical. Okay, whatever it may be. Running, cycling, maybe it's weight training, that would be awesome. And that's what I would suggest doing. So keep doing your thing and stick to it. Okay, it is contagious. I know that from my own experience. It is contagious. Tips for working out alone. I find I don't usually push myself as hard on my own in the gym, and I am more likely to cut a workout or my sets short. Tips for improvising your own workouts. Well, generally I would say having a short-term goal is really, really important. If you can set yourself up with a short-term goal, this will apply some pressure. Now, maybe that's not what you want. Maybe the pressure is maybe too much. But having a goal will give you some sort of insight. It will give you some sort of short path that will inspire you or energize you or push you to keep moving forward. Okay. Now, there are some things that I think will be helpful. I think things like music. If you have inspiring music, this can be a very useful tool. As mentioned, doing it first thing in the morning is what I would recommend, especially if you are struggling exercising, because as the day goes on, chances are your motivation will go down. Your, so what I'm looking for here, your, I don't want to say motivation, but your will tends to dwindle as the day goes on. Like, generally speaking, if there's one time people are going to cheat, it's not going to be first thing in the morning. They're not going to cheat on their diet first thing in the morning. It's going to be, they're going to cheat on their diet late at night, okay? Which is another reason why I recommend going to bed early, by the way. Your will be strongest in the morning, so do your exercise first thing in the morning. I don't know if there's anything else that would motivate you. Maybe there is a YouTube personality or a YouTube channel, or perhaps there's a movie, or there's somebody that you follow on social media or something that would help to inspire you, at least in the moment, or motivate you for that moment to get you to get moving, to get you in the groove of doing things. But personally, I think a short-term goal is the best way to go. Set yourself up with a short-term goal. And, you know, sometimes these short-term goals need to be very, very short-term. Just to keep you that much more on the ball. Something else that might be helpful too is switching things up. Now, this can be dependent on whether you are working out or training for something. Working out, as I mentioned in some videos ago, I see a difference between working out and training. So working out is essentially just going and doing something where you feel like you've done some physical activity. Okay, you've exerted yourself. Okay, so you worked out. Versus training is a little bit more goal specific. All right, so this, when I say switch things up, this might apply a little bit more to just working out per se, and then training might be something that's a bit more akin to goal setting. But sometimes switching things up on a regular basis can be a little bit more enticing, right? Knowing that you're gonna, okay, I'm gonna try this as something new. And so it might spark more interest perhaps. Okay, not for everybody, of course, but for some people. So switching things up. Okay, so hopefully you find that helpful. All right, let's read one more here. It's kind of sad. It's week 9 already. Despite my own ups and downs, the accountability is hugely helpful, and it's always steering me towards better habits. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, and I'm happy to hear that. And it is sad. It is week 9, but you know, as I mentioned at the beginning, these challenges go by super fast. People think 70 days is long, but so not long at all. So yeah, you know, so one thing that does help me too is, it's a little bit cheesy, but and I'll be honest with you, I don't do a whole lot of it, but I plan to do more of it, is to put up things around your house. Sayings perhaps, or things that are very meaningful to you that will be reminders for you to you know, perhaps, you know, set a new goal or plan your workout for tomorrow, or whatever it may be, the planning of your food, or you know, whatever. Put things on your fridge, maybe things on your bathroom mirror, whatever. things that will help to guide you and, for lack of a better description, motivate you, inspire you. But I think more importantly, these are just important reminders that sometimes when we see and we read, it's like, okay, I feel like I'm, I feel like a switch has been turned on, right? Or maybe, I think we could probably think of it as mini switches, but at least some of those switches have been turned on. Okay. All right, let's get to the message of the day here. Great questions, by the way. And computer is frozen. All right, I'm going to go with one of my favorites because, it's nearing the end of the challenge. And, oh, no, my computer is responding here. All right, so here we go on this day 60. What you stay focused on will grow. What you stay focused on will grow. Remember that. Right? It's all about trying to take more and more steps forward, and certainly many more steps forward than steps backwards. It's all about the long term. It doesn't mean it has to be perfect. It doesn't mean you don't get breaks. It doesn't mean you don't get rewards, but the long-term focus, right? And so even in some, I've mentioned this before, that sometimes even a couple steps backwards, or what you might interpret to be a couple steps backwards, is part of the process of that overall focus, right? We have to reward ourselves. We have to have some time off, okay? But all of this should be, I think, with the plan of the ongoing focus of moving forward. Okay, so happy medium, good balance, but know what's important to you and know that you are just a recent reflection of your past. And that in order to change, in order to maintain change, in order to at least maintain where you're at, you've got to keep in those variables that got you to where you are, right? So what you stay focused on will grow, or at the very least, will maintain. But we've got to keep that focus there. Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, for the love of God, give some gratitude, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.